It's one of the most read books on earth, a text that shapes the daily lives of well over 1 billion people. We're talking, of course, about the Quran. But what is it really all about? In this explainer, we're going to get past the surface-level stuff and dive deep into its core message, its unique structure, and the incredible story of how it came to be.
All right, so here's our roadmap. We'll start with the basics, what the Quran is. Then we'll get into the amazing story of its revelation. After that, we'll break down its divine structure and even zoom in on one of its most powerful verses. Then, we'll look at how it works as a guide for life, and finally, explore the incredible claim that it's been perfectly preserved for over 1,400 years.
So, let's start with the big question. What exactly is the Quran? What's its role, and what does it really mean to Muslims?
Well, for over 1 billion people, this isn't just another holy book. It is believed to be the literal, exact, and completely unchanged word of God, or Allah. It was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, and it's seen as a complete instruction manual for all of humanity, covering every single aspect of life.
Okay, so how did a text this significant even come to exist? Its origin story is one of the most important events in Islamic history. So picture this, it's the year 610 CE. The Prophet Muhammad is meditating in a cave when the angel Jibreel, or Gabriel, appears with a single powerful command, Iqra, which means read. Now this wasn't like a one-time file download. The entire Quran was revealed gradually, bit by bit, over a period of 23 years. And that pacing was so important. It allowed people to truly understand and apply the teachings as their community was just beginning to form. And what's really fascinating is that you can see how the message adapted to the people's needs over time. The verses revealed early on in Mecca, those are the Makki verses, they focus on the absolute fundamentals, belief in one God, basic morality, the afterlife. But later, when the community moved to Medina, the Madani verses came down, and these addressed the needs of a growing society, things like social laws, rules for the community, justice, and how to govern.
So how is all of this information organized? If you open a Quran, you'll notice it's not in chronological order. Instead, think of it like a divine blueprint with its own really intricate and unique design.
First off, the whole book is divided into 114 chapters. These are called Surahs.
And within those chapters, you'll find over 6,000 individual verses, or ayahs.
Then, to make reading it manageable, the entire text is split into 30 equal parts, which are called juz. This is super practical. It's designed so that someone can read one part each day and finish the entire Quran during the 30 days of Ramadan.
But there's an even deeper layer. You might see this symbol. That marks what's called a Ruku. Basically, it's a group of verses that are all about the same topic. It's kind of like a paragraph, and it helps organize the recitation, especially during daily prayers, to keep it focused.
Okay, so we've looked at the big picture, the overall structure. Now let's zoom all the way in and look at just one single verse that really gets to the heart of the Quran's message. We're going to explore what's known as Ayatul Kursi.
This verse, from the second chapter, is widely considered one of the most powerful and important verses in the whole book. It's called the Verse of the Throne. Now, in its original Arabic, the very sound and rhythm are considered beautiful and powerful, but it's the meaning that really defines the core belief of Islam. And that meaning is just profound. It describes a God who is one and only, who is eternally living, the one who sustains absolutely everything. A being who is completely beyond human things like getting tired or needing sleep, who owns everything in the heavens and the earth.
So really, this one single verse packs in the core of Islamic belief, that God is absolutely one, that He is eternal, and that He is the sustainer of everything. It just drives home the point that His power is absolute and His knowledge is infinite, way beyond anything we can imagine. All right, let's zoom back out from that powerful verse. How does the rest of the Quran's message work as a practical day-to-day guide? What are its core teachings?
Well, everything starts with that core belief we just talked about, Tawheed, the absolute oneness of God. Think of that as the root. And from that root, all these other branches grow, like establishing regular prayer, giving charity to those in need, and always standing for justice and fairness. But it also goes deeper, encouraging good character, things like honesty, patience, kindness, and respecting your parents.
And that brings us to our final section, and honestly, one of the most remarkable claims about the Quran, that it has been perfectly preserved without a single change since the day it was revealed. See, right from the start, a really smart two-track system was used. As verses were revealed, they were immediately written down. But at the same time, They were also memorized, word for word, by the Prophet's companions. This double system of writing it down and having it live on in people's memory, which continues today with millions of people who've memorized the whole book, is seen as the key to its perfect preservation.
For Muslims, this isn't just a coincidence or good luck. They believe it's the fulfillment of a direct promise made by God right inside the Quran itself.
That verse says, "Indeed, we have revealed the Quran, and surely we will protect it." So for a believer, this is a divine guarantee. It means the words they read and recite today are the exact same words revealed 14 centuries ago.
So, there you have it. From a single word, read, to a complete guide for life, believed to be perfectly preserved for over a millennium. It really leaves you with a big question to think about. What does a timeless message like this reveal to us today?